visor down, 6th gear, about 80. There's a lot of bikers out right now. Not surprising since it's summer. But sometimes the bikers down here are little wieners and it's too hot for them to ride. It's too cold for them to ride. It's too wet for them to ride. But to each their own. Now I saw another guy. Let's go, let's hit it. Thank you. Usually I let being on a Harley and being considered an asshole right off the rip, I just let well, not really. I don't really find the need to just fucking blast through everything, you know. So I usually just let them go so I don't harm nobody. So they can get where they need to go. I don't just hear comfortably booling. Well, when I first started, like the vlogging and stuff on here, I kind of had the setup all weird, and it was still on a Simpson helmet. I got a Simpson modular, and so that setup was all jank, but it kind of took more time after not making or recording anything for a long time, and then set the helmet up pretty good. Hopefully the camera's straight. Let me see here. We're still in. We had to downshift a little bit. See what I do when I'm coming up to the split, I kind of just hang back a little bit and watch how things play out, because a lot of cars, they'll make that last second lane change, you know, the really quick ones where they just jet out like that, and yeah, I'd rather just cool it back here for a little bit, and if anybody comes I'll let them go. But yeah, we just kind of read what's going on. See, that's a lot of empty space right there that the drivers like to cut in and out of. So check my mirrors always. We have one on the side coming up, so we can't do any emergency maneuvering that way. Emergency lane is obviously clear, but you know, it's better to check. Downshift to 5th. We got a car behind us. Alright. So, see, we just take it easy. Possibly another downshift. Check. We're clear. And that dude's dragging something. I usually ride with my visor open in the split because I feel like it makes me see better. And I want to see my death coming. So, downshift to 3rd. E on the brakes a little bit. Thank you. Down to 2nd. 2nd we can still rip like at 40. So I'm usually just in 2nd all the way through the split, but it depends how traffic is. If traffic's a little flowier, I'll go 3rd or 4th. But just to have a lower gear and I don't need all that torque, you know, at the fingertips. But right now, I found that 2nd gear on this bike. It's only it's a 107. So I find that we could be alright in 2nd gear, and plus it's a lot noisier. Like the blips are a lot noisier, so, or louder, so drivers can hear me better, and it does work. And my scientific data, and it sounds cool when you just rip on it like that. So what I'm looking for in the split is, I don't know who in the world could look at tiny millifractals of a second of tires turning, but I sure as hell can't. So I'm looking for anything weird, like a car going way slower, because if a car's going way slower, they're looking for a spot to change in. So I'm looking for that. I'm looking for turn signals. I'm looking for how people drive. So we're clear on the right, so we could just go ahead and do one of these little doohickeys if we need to, and then just ease on up. I don't like to just blow past like little turns like this where I can't see anything. See, now I could see, or I'll even like shift my body and or head to get an angle. Thank you. So yeah, like this spot we want to be cautious, and then we have a spot right here we could change, pick it up a little bit, check, hit brake. There's always checking the mirrors too. Always. You don't gotta be on tweak mode, but you know, you do wanna keep your head on a swivel for cars. I mean, it's a two-way responsibility, I feel like. Well, you're the one who chose to be on the damn bike, alright? And when you get a bike, you have to come to terms with yourself that you might get hit and you might die, or you might be paralyzed forever, or you might total your bike. You might lose your bike. You know, people, I feel, are like so out of touch with the reality and the consequences of their decisions to just blame everything on the drivers. Yeah, the drivers are little assholes, and they really don't care. But at the same time, we really don't care either. So it's like, just man up, accept whatever's gonna come, and then just do your best to not die. See, we're in 6 right now, and we're just chilling, man. We're going almost 70. And yeah, I can split that, but it's like, at the same time, why risk a split if I really don't have to? See, now we're going down to 60. I'm gonna downshift one. You know, I mean, I lane split all the time, but I hate doing it. I really do. But you have to. Traffic is just so bad. Yeah, they gotta get good or die. Yeah, I do live kind of far from home. It's about 25 miles. Now we're back in 6. Slow on up. Yeah, I really don't like to split unless I absolutely have to. Watch out for that white car. And if you're new to riding or you've been riding, then you know that drivers have specific habits that They generally all do. And they all show the same signs, like all the symptoms of what they're gonna do and when they're gonna do it. And you could just tell the type of cars, more higher end cars, more luxury cars, they really don't care. Typically. Yeah, I've had some like G-Wagons and stuff and pull over to the side for me, but it's not like they're happy to do it. I think they just don't want me to scratch their car. So check, clear, check, watch out for the turd. Because even though you're merging, that doesn't mean that the other person can't merge too. Always watch for bikes on this one. A lot of people just go. I've almost been hit and hit some people, some other riders, while changing lanes into the fast lane for a split. So just gotta be careful. So we're going 65 here. This is what it looks like. We're gonna split. You have to be going faster than them. So you wanna drop down into fifth so we have more torque. Watch this guy. You can see him starting to move. He'll hear you, he'll see you, hopefully, and he'll move. Got a big open space. That guy's letting us go. So just get on the throttle. Nice big open space right here. We could take that. Watch for these cars, both left and right, that are gonna merge. So we're coming to about the same speed, and when this happens, oh no, one's taking over a little bit. I like to be in the left lane a little bit, the fast lane, because it's just more common for bikers to split down there. People are more aware about it. See, that was just like going 90. See, but it is possible you can do it, but it's not really worth it. Like, it wasn't too bad right there. It wasn't anything extremely difficult. Because the faster you go, the easier it is, man. Because the bike's more stable, you have more control. Because when you have to do these splits and really like narrow in between cars that are super narrow, well, if you don't fit, you shouldn't split to begin with. So take that into account for everything. But like really close, the cars are really close together for a split. That's when it gets hard. When you have to split those things at like 20 miles per hour, 10 miles per hour. Just come to a stop in a split. Brake lights. And now you can rip on her a little bit. Just to get out the damn way, you know? We don't want to be stuck behind all these slow people. Because some drivers down here, they'll do 60, 65, 55 in the fast lane. It's ridiculous. Let's see, we're just cruising right now at 70. I'm watching for this front car in front of us. Sorry, burp. But we're watching for the car in front of us to like immediate brake lights so we can see a few cars in front of them, and they'll usually eat the brakes first unless there's like a really big problem right in front of this guy. So they'll brake, and then you just see the trail, like a little line of red lights going off, and just slow down and then act accordingly. We got a boy, let him go. Ah, that's a cool bike. It's kind of like a type of green, like one of those military greens, like a forest green, but they kind of look matte and glossy at the same time, like a June bug or something. Watch for this guy, the Honda, to merge, because he'll try to finagle. But exactly what's going on. And I even might be following too close this Mazda right here. Another crazy thing is that drivers will get mad. That guy's kind of moving close to me. Drivers will get mad when you go the speed limit on a bike. They'll cut you off, they'll cut in front of you and speed off. So you just gotta make the best decisions out here and try to get home. Because motorcycling is fun and all, but there is a great chance that it's not gonna end the way you want it. Now, I've been riding for about, I think, 3 years, 3 or 4 years. And yeah, I've dropped bikes. I dropped this bike straight from the dealership, right in front of them. I dropped Sporty. I've slid on some oil on my lowrider. So I've had experience dropping bikes. But I forgot where I was going on that tangent. Oh yeah, I remember. So it's like sometimes stuff doesn't end up going the way you want it to go, and you have to come to terms with that. And you know, stuff happens all the time. Now it's getting a little faster. We're at 75 now. I'm not complaining about it. Still checking both my mirrors, looking at the behavior of traffic in front. And then if you look a little look a little further up ahead, you'll see that it's a lot of turn signals, a lot of brake lights. So now we have to be more cautious, you know. So we're gonna get out of this Toyota blind spot, be a little more aggressive on it. My wife and I made muffins, so I'm checking my saddlebag to make sure I don't lose the blueberry muffins. Alright, just hang back here. Probably should even get in the fifth. Hang back a little. Yeah, check for the lane change. Check for lane change. Keep your eye on the cars. Everything's going swimmingly. Just hit the brake a little bit. So we're going. Yeah, sometimes that shit happens. You be checking and then something happens right in front of you really fast, and I don't even think about it, I just react. See, that car's merging, we're gonna be a little aggro. So the whole point of checking your surroundings, checking what's going on, not being oblivious to everything is not necessarily, it's not necessarily to ride a perfect ride, you know. It's, or I don't know how to explain it without sounding dumb, but basically you're just looking for, let's just call them obstacles to avoid. Okay, we're just looking with a way to deal with the problems that can potentially happen. Now you could do this at any rate of speed, really. Just how fast can you react, you know? Sure, I've done some bad things on bikes and I've ripped them. And I live to tell a tale about it. See, okay, now we see some merging signs, so we either hang back or we pull forward really hard to pass this car, get behind them, and just be aware that cars will be going slower and trying to merge. So I would take the split here. Oh, big bump. I would take the split here, but I'm not going straight. So I'm gonna ease on up, watch the mirror for the car behind you, see if he's slowing down. If he's slowing down, we're all good. See, the light screen cars are gonna start to move. I like to wait a little bit so I could do the slow speed with a lot more comfortable, so I know I have room rather than just being right up on them, you know. It's just more comfortable for me anyways. I have the peace of mind that I have room to mess up if I do mess up. This light takes forever. It's like 5 minutes. So if we don't make it, that's gonna be kind of trash. We're gonna take it. The bike leaned way further than I thought it was going to. I haven't ridden for like 4 days. Okay, watch. Watch for cars coming out. You know?